Having a mission is nothing new to UFA. In 1909, UFA had a mission to foster and encourage cooperative efforts to improve conditions for the agricultural industry. They did that in spades. UFA continues to serve producers in the agricultural industry. That's as true today as it ever was. But the needs and the expectations of those producers have changed. UFA's new mission statement is designed to make sure that UFA understands and reacts to those changes so that the remarkable success of this company continues for the next 100 years. This is a story about where they have been, where they are going, and how the demonstrated ability to respond to change will get them there. The year was 1909 and this fledgling organization was born, championing the local agricultural industry and the quality of life for everyone working the land. Then, in 1918, UFA established a cooperative of farm supplies for resale to members. Over the next 20 years, UFA kept pace with the rapid growth of the province. But in the 1930s, we were facing major changes in how we farmed our lands. The teams of horses that for years had faithfully drawn the plows were being retired. Automation was upon us. Gasoline-powered tractors and trucks were taking over, and the farming industry would never be the same again. UFA's fundamental ambitions hadn't changed, but the industries had, profoundly. And as the agricultural industry evolved, so too did the needs of its members. Petroleum-based products and services had become the way of the future. In 1935, an arrangement was made with Maple Leaf Petroleum to distribute petroleum products to its members. In 1957, UFA decided to purchase all of Maple Leaf Petroleum for $1 million, a huge amount of money for the time. To put it in perspective, that would be almost $20 million in today's money. Such a huge investment drew concern from some members. Change can do that, make you uncomfortable. Just leaving things the way they were was not an option. It was a bold move, but it was the right move. The outright purchase of Maple Leaf Petroleum would change the face of UFA forever. Today, the petroleum division of UFA represents 2/3 of all sales. If the management at UFA hadn't seen the need to respond way back then, who knows where we would be today. Just as the evolution from the horse-drawn implements to gas and diesel tractors changed how UFA served its members, technology is playing a huge role in shaping tomorrow's needs. Those technologies have led to some astonishing changes. Manufacturing, shipping, product assortment, pricing, and inventory control are just a few. The giant mega stores that are springing up all over the country wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the new technologies. But with opportunities, there are also challenges. As the industry consolidates, the players grow larger, their pockets deeper, and they are all vying for a chance to dip into the producers' wallets. These are the competition, direct and indirect. All of them can and will, if given the chance, deeply erode UFA's historic position, unless we meet the evolving customer expectations of products, services, and time management.
They say, the old 80-20 rule that 80% of our business comes from 20% of our farmers, but we can't forget the 80% of the smaller farmers who still are part of our core business. And we have to be able to help them as well.
If you're going to remain competitive in the farm industry today, that 20% that are doing 80% of the business and carrying all the liabilities, they have to be serviced. And so somebody's going to have to be there for them.
Been around since 1909, 90 years. It's been a long time. We've got a lot of history, a lot of tradition, and even though we're moving ahead and moving in new directions, we're not going to forget that heritage and what got us here in the first place.
None of this would happen without the members, so it's all done for the members, whether they're big or small, but UFA has to adjust to stay in the balancing act, I guess.
I think it is very exciting because I think what we're working for is the next generation.
How will UFA meet the challenge? By managing change in an intelligent, tactical, and aggressive manner that will retain UFA's position as a friendly, member-owned cooperative. Plus, it will inject all the efficiencies necessary to ensure UFA is a dynamic and contemporary force in the agricultural industry clear across Western Canada. Change, meaningful change, doesn't happen by chance. It takes hundreds of hours of strategic planning at every level. Careful consideration must be given to every aspect of UFA's operation in order to develop action plans that are both appropriate and actionable.
It's a very exciting time at UFA right now, working on this strategic plan, and what it does, it gives everyone a chance to put their print in the future direction of UFA.
We've all had a stake in creating the plan. We've all had the opportunity for input, and now as the plan rolls out and we move into the future, this is an exciting time for our total team at UFA to come together. That means the elected system, the management team and staff, our whole team has a new focus and has generated a lot of excitement through the process.
The issues to be addressed and evaluated include training.
I think UFA employees are going to have to take a lot more training courses in the future and that to keep up with agriculture and where it's going.
They're good at it, but there's always room for improvement.
Unlike many other companies that only require specialized knowledge in one or two specific areas, UFA has to deliver technical expertise on a wide variety of fronts. Developing and maintaining that knowledge base takes ongoing training. UFA needs to become a continuous learning organization. That means better business skills, better computer skills, and learning from experience. Every member of the UFA team must be sufficiently knowledgeable and skilled and motivated to deliver better service than ever to their customers. Recruitment and retention.
If we can respond even more effectively than we're responding now to those changing needs of our customers, the opportunities for our people inside the organization to expand with the organization are unlimited.
UFA wants to attract the right people to the team, and it wants them to stay with the company over the long haul.
For a lot of our people, they will have opportunities to move into these new areas that, again, we couldn't have imagined a couple of years ago. So it's an exciting time.
It sounds simple, but finding the right combination of competitive rewards for employees and ensuring that they stay satisfied and motivated may lead to some significant changes to human resource practices and even our organizational structure.
If we see a combination of continuing to develop people internally to accept these new challenges, but also to look outside the organization, perhaps more than we've ever done before. If we're talking about geographic expansion, that will become essential. And as we get into new product lines and new services, again, this combination of developing people internally and bringing in expertise from the outside is what's going to ensure that we have the people to do the job.
Business development.
With UFA getting involved in different investments in agriculture, that's diversification. I think in the long run is going to benefit the agricultural producers at the farm gate, and that's our key.
For the company to grow, it needs to expand its facilities and market area. Acquisitions and alliances dramatically increase UFA's ability to reach more customers with a more complete range of services.
With Sturdon, you know, we have some of the most respected people in grain handling business and in livestock equipment, and so we bought Sturdon so that we could give the best technology to the farmer.
Properly managed expansion means new opportunities for everyone working at UFA and enhanced financial rewards for members.
In '93, there was some work started, reorganized, brought management closer to the field, tied fuel and farm supplies closer together. And since then, looking at the market, and the decision more or less, well, we can't stay the way we are, so what do you want to be? And we've decided we want to be more and bigger.
Operations. The primary focus here is on improving operating efficiency so that the expenses are monitored and margins improved to maintain healthy bottom lines for both the retail and the petroleum operations and for any business alliances. Running a tight ship is part of what it takes to prosper in today's competitive environment. Marketing.
Our core customer is the farmer, and we won't do anything unless it goes to support the egg producers of now Western Canada.
This is about really knowing who you serve and how to serve them better. It's about determining what distinct customer segments need and how UFA can fill those needs. It's about expanding products and services, including improved credit services, to satisfy our core customers, developing a common retail model that will improve their overall shopping experience, and marketing and delivering to the other side of the farm gate.
Our plan is to do better at what we were doing in the past, offer a more comprehensive basket of goods and services to those producers, and be one of the organizations that's around to serve them for another 90 years.
Logistics. Opportunities like centralized purchasing and inventory management, developing strong relationships with suppliers, and managing the life cycles of the products will enhance the UFA's overall operating efficiency and provide processes that support the efforts of the employees. Information technology. Developing strategies to take advantage of current and emerging technologies and integrating these technologies at the point of sale in all UFA stores and agencies is of direct benefit to members, customers, and to the company's overall performance. Finance.
We're going to have to expand and join with other people. I don't think you're going to be able to remain small and succeed. So we're going to have to grow, and we're going to do our best to make sure we do that the best way possible.
Finally, you need to implement and constantly revisit financial models. That will help the company understand how much capital it will need and how it's doing against its plan.
The strategic plan is important because it's our contract with the board.
We're looking at a 5-year period through the plan, but as we move forward, economics out in agriculture will decide what capability we have to go out and meet that. We are tied very closely to agriculture, and we hope we can get there quicker.
Put all these action plans together, and what have you got? An overall game plan that makes sense and has the potential to turn that mission statement into reality. Will UFA change? Bank on it. What does this mean for you? Well, if you're looking for a solid, ongoing training and a career with an organization dedicated to the ag business, UFA will be hard to beat. Highly efficient, technically advanced, profit-motivated, and a history of service and trust money can't buy. That's a pretty powerful combination. Change won't happen overnight. It is expected that this plan will take 5 years to fully implement. Yet, when measured against 90 years of UFA history, that really isn't very long, so it needs to get moving. Plans set the direction. They chart the course. Yet it's the people who turn the plans into action and bring the future to life. Think of this road as a strategic plan. You have to have a road to get anywhere, that's for sure. Yet it's not so much the road that matters, it's where it takes you. And where it takes us is important to farmers, members, all patrons and customers. This is a journey that belongs to everyone inside UFA. It's a change far greater than anything UFA has done before, and a personal mission for everyone to help make it happen. For it is everyone inside the heart of UFA who will ultimately share in the rewards, and the time for change is now, more than ever.